Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. Well, the Snap-on long reach needle nose pliers, the 11-inch version, they're asking about 82 bucks. And then if you jump up to the 15-inch version, you're just shy of $90. So a lot of people don't have them. That's an expensive investment for a very specific tool, because as great as a long nose needle nose is, there's a lot of things it's too long for. So most people start out and live just fine with a conventional sized one, but the 11-inch does come in handy. However, a lot of people aren't going to spend pushing over $80 for a pair of these. There's no cutter. Basically, it's just a little bit longer needle nose plier. So I thought I'd take a chance and try some of these out. These are ABN 11-inch needle nose pliers, or variations on that, kind of a duckbill here. This entire set was 24 bucks, or you're looking at about $6 a piece for these. So how does that compare? You've got an interesting, similar shape. Closes a little bit different. We're going to see the problem with that. The finish, not anywhere near Snap-on, of course. But how often do you use it, and what do you use it for? And does that matter then? So I've got a set of 4 of these. They're 4 different shaped heads. If you're interested in the long one, I'm also going to do a video about that, where I have a set of the ABN in the 15-inch as well to compare them with the Snap-on. So that one's coming up. So if you're going to race out and buy a set, you might want to wait for that one. But anyway, what I've got are the 4 ABNs here. Now, just overall comparison, they are smaller in the handles. Let me grab the similar one here. You can see a little bit different. By closing up along the entire reach, you do lose some of the strength at the front end. Actually, there are 2 things you lose, but that's one of them. If you look at the shape there compared to the Snap-on, Snap-on's getting a little rusty here. Handles, Snap-on's got their nice, I don't know if it's a dip, it looks like, whatever thick vinyl they're using versus the thin vinyl, but this is pretty common on a lot of other pliers. Length is about the same, bends, fit in the hand is very similar. Smooth. Maybe a little bit loose. This one's a little stiffer. You can see nice big head on that, but the way it closes tells me a little about maybe the manufacturing. And then this one is the 90-degree. You can see how that closes. One of the things you have to do with the 90-degree like this is have that gap. Otherwise, you're not going to get a closure at the tip. And then here is the 45s. 45s are really a handy plier. Again, fairly loose, little bit of wiggle. But these are not daily drivers probably. You're going to be using them for specific things. 2 tests here. First of all, is kind of what I call the sponge test. So if I grab something, in this case my little piece of wire here, and start squeezing, I'm looking at the flex in the jaw up here and also the flex in the handle. Flex in the handle's okay. Flex in the jaw can cause problems. I'm seeing a little of it. If I compare that to here's the Snap-on. I guess I should go straight across. That's why you want that gap in there, because then it's going to transfer all of the force to the end, because you're not getting closure there. If I do it with this one, it's actually starting to close down here. Still pretty good with something that thick. Another test is the twist test. I've got just a small or a thin fender washer here. If I put this in about 1/4 inch, just like that, I'm going to do 2 things. One is I'm going to pry it this way just to see how these. I'm almost got these closed here. I'm not giving up anything right down there, just to see how they handle it, and then the twist to pry them apart. Again, you can see the lower part of the handle is not, I'm not releasing that at all. Compare that to the snap-on. So I'm grab it again here and then pull. I'm going to bend my washer, probably. And I bent my washer, so that's what you're getting for the snap-on price. And then if I twist, a lot stronger. So snap-on, definitely a better tool. If I look at the tips, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can get that to show the closure there. Getting some weird physics here. Just put that out there and try it, just so you can see kind of the precision there versus the ABN. You know, that's not the same. You also can see the heads, or the tips, are machined a little bit differently. You're not getting the alignment of the teeth, but normally you don't need them to align to grab something, but these miss it. Let's go close down there. See, they finished that. What about this one? This one was pretty good. I mean, the engagement is different, but they do close nice and snug, and then there is that gap to hopefully transfer the power. What about these duck bills? Same thing. And then finally these 90 degrees. We can see that. Yeah, we're getting more closure right in this area rather than out there. Well, what do you expect for $6? That's kind of the question. So there's a set of 4 of them. Are they worth it? That's up to you. They are made in China. They are inferior steel. The fit and finish is not there compared to Snap-on, but you're not paying $80. You're paying $24 for a set of 4 of them. Also, and I've discovered these with my own long needle nose pliers, is you sometimes worry that they might be sacrificed during the job because they're getting in somewhere. I've hit them with grinders. I've shorted out things with them. You know, you might be applying a little too much force for this length, and you're worried you might snap the tip off. Of course, these are warranted for life. I know I could get them swapped out if I can get another set in. Sometimes there is a long wait on some of these specialty tools, which is unfortunate. But Snap-on makes quite a few of these. A whole set of these, like this, I'd be $360. So, or 24. You know, that's one of the questions. Again, this is kind of a specialty tool, and I don't want anyone to think I'm trying to sell just cheap Chinese tools instead of Snap-on. What I'm doing these videos for is because a lot of times there are these really nice, somewhat unique tools that are a little bit more expensive, you know, than conventional, say, Snap-ons, and less used. So it's a more limited use. Sometimes there are workarounds, but there are other options. So this might be a good way to get into some tools that maybe you're not as concerned about. Maybe push them a little further and get you into some specialty tool shapes that you might not get otherwise simply because of cost. Anyway, like usual, let me know what you think. And with that, Doc out.